All right, all right, all right, all right. Should I say it one more time? All right, we in the building. All right, guys. Good morning, good morning. Uh, where to start, man? Where to start? Oh man, we got oh, happy Labor Day, by the way. Happy Labor Day. We'll start there. All right, we'll start there. Happy Labor Day, everyone. If you're working, man, I don't know what to say, man, but whoever put you on the schedule for today, fuck them. All right, we'll say that. Fuck them. I'll say it for you. If you can't say it to your boss, I'll say it for you. Fuck them. You should not be at work right now. You should absolutely be home, listening to Plug Talk with me, and sitting on your ass and making money on the couch. That's how you should be doing it today, right? But if you are not at work and you are in here watching this with me, or doing the show with me, don't mean we don't have to not make money, right? Just because we're not at work, we can make money at home, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make money today. We do it every day, and that's what we're going to do today. We don't take no days off, right? No days off. Even if we have to, we don't. Which I am. I'm stepping back from VIP for a minute. I got to. Uh, my numbers are just terrible right now, so I have to take a step back. But don't mean we take a day off from capping, right? You still got to stay in the flow of everything. You still got to look at the boards every day. But that don't mean I'm going to try to lose my people money in the process just because I'm not really seeing shit too well. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes today. I will be giving out all my plays for free in the Discord for today and tomorrow. But that's it. It's only going to be 2 days. So if you guys are not in the Discord, I highly advise you get in there because all my plays are going to be free for the next 2 days in the Discord. So highly advise y'all to get in there. We do have Cali Wagers joining us today. I'm about to bring him up right now. Um, Happy Holiday Monday. Uh, Hem Dirt, good morning. See you in the building. Bringing Cali Wagers up now once he gets in here. We will see how yesterday went, and then we'll get started. Callie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right,
I'm
perfect,
just
man,
get,
perfect.
I'm just getting my stuff kind of put into place over here. Getting the dog outside for some breakfast.
All right, all right. I'm going to do a breakdown on my day yesterday, real quick, and then I'll come to you, and then we'll get started. Mike, man, good morning, man. Good morning, bro. Happy Labor Day, man. Um, all right. So yesterday, like I said, I had one play yesterday. It was the lot. I had a live Nationals team total. You guys seen how that went, right? Yeah, Cubs put up almost 15 runs and Nationals put up one, and I gave out the Nationals team total. Like, this is how it's been going for me, and this is exactly what I mean about why when you're just not feeling it, man, you're just not feeling it. So that's why I kind of have to step back, and I do this like every other month. I don't ever come up here and tell you guys I had a good day when I haven't. Never. Always straightforward with y'all. Always tell you when I'm having, a bad stretch, a good stretch. But I also have to tell you guys that I say it all the time. My winning streaks last a lot longer than my losing streaks, and that's why I am profitable in this. That's what it always comes down to. I am a streaky better. Yes, I am a very streaky better. I get hot, I get cold. A lot. But my winning streaks are always longer than my losing streaks, and that's why I'm profitable. I mean, we just went on almost a 3 week run of straight winning, and regressions do. It always comes. You just got to know how to lower your units when you're on a losing streak like this, and you got to know when to pull the plug, meaning, no pun intended, but you got to know when to step back and be like, all right, I need to recenter myself. I'm not giving out any more plays, and if my losing streak goes on for more than about 3 days, that's when I step back and like, all right, I need a day or two to just give stuff out and start getting back to myself. So that's where I'm at right now. But usually when I'm on losing streaks for VIP, all the shit that I give out for free usually smacks crazy, and that's exactly what's been going on. So let's just try to get back to where I was, man. A few days ago, man, we were hitting everything under the sun. Mees, good morning, man. Good morning, bro. Appreciate you being in here, man. Um, Mike, man, saying good morning to you, Cal. Cal, how did you do yesterday? I just seen one of your cards that you put out, man. You like swept the board on college football Saturday, didn't you? Or was that yesterday?
Saturday we went 6-3. I think we went 7-3 for the week in college football. But I joined I don't know if you guys know, I joined a new company, Juice Reel, which another platform. And they kind of directly link your books to plays so people can browse what you have through there instead of having to, reach out and do what we do. So put out my first parlay on there for the season, and we smacked. I think it was a 27-1. It was a 5-team parlay, mainly overs. I liked especially the points with the directional in-state rivalry week 1 or week 0. If you look at those, it was almost a clean sweep across the board for those teams. And I had Arkansas up there minus 45. We talked about Kansas. I hit Kansas with the number. It barely got there, but we got there. And it's
Kansas struggled a bit early, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was surprising to see. People were on the fence about that, man.
I mean, and it makes sense this time of the year, and numbers that big are crazy. So,
yes,
I can't totally blame people, but there is a massive gap of talent, and sometimes I think people forget that when you see conference football, and then you see somebody like a Central Connecticut go up against anybody. You get Fresno State would run them. It's interesting to see what there is. But yes, we hit that one on Saturday. Yesterday sucked. Yesterday was frustrating. We had a 90-1 golfer in the British Masters. He was 2 strokes back through 2 rounds. We had him to win top 5, top 10. He ended up shooting, I think, 7 over yesterday, so he shit the bed, lost it. Is what it is. The value's been there. We hit that. We're taking a break, anyways. But it was a good golf year for us. We finished, I think, just under 30 units for the season in golf, which was consistent, which was real good. But we missed that yesterday. We missed Kyle Busch by a push at the end yesterday in NASCAR. He finished second. We had him at 19-1, so we just missed that. But it is what it is. We had 5 winning days yesterday. Took 1 day off last week, so we went 5-1 last week and swept the board in our max plays, and obviously hit that nice parlay. So like you said, it's above all else, it's about, can you handle the dip? Can you handle regression? Anyone can throw units all over the place like Skittles when you've got them, and you're either making them up or you're way ahead with a big play. But being able to handle those downturns, like you said, is the big thing. And it's kind of nice on a day like today where there's less action, so you can talk about that stuff a little more and show people where. I mean, I had a huge play too that came down 7-part that came down to the over last night. I was praying to everything that game was going to get to overtime. It gets to overtime, I was like, okay, now we got a window again. But there was plenty of times where I looked at in-game. I thought I was going to be brilliant if I took over 51 live. You took over 49 live. It didn't matter what you took. No point ever, I think, until the end of that game could you find a line that you could get right, that you would hit an actual over on. So, another example where standalone games can screw people if you chase too hard. It's one game, and you realize it's week 1. We have all season. we got a lot of time to go, and there'll be, just as much, if not more value, in my opinion. Like I said, they've had all season to prepare for these lines, knowing these games were going to be week one. And, it was fun. Not a ton of upsets, but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a great first week of football.
It really was. It really fucking was, man. I enjoyed week one so much, bro. My Saturday, I looked up the week one Saturday so much, and I put too much thought into it, and I put too much energy into it. And that was my downfall, because I had a bad Saturday. But my free plays that I gave out saved me. Like, I gave out Miami. I gave out a lot of really good free plays on Saturday, but my VIP card went 1-2, which sucked, because we lost a pretty big one on Clemson. But hey, man, it's how it goes. It's like you said, everyone wins all the time, okay? But I don't. So I have to know how to manage my units. I have to know how to pull out a little bit of VIP and be like, guys, we need to chill. Like, we got plenty of time. It's coming. Just, we got to chill right now. I'm not feeling it. Blah, blah, blah. You got to know how to deal with that. And a lot of cappers won't tell you that they deal with stuff like that because they win all the time. Well, I don't, and that's just what I'm going through right now. And that's what happened. It started on Saturday. Everything started on Saturday. That's when the initial downturn really happened. So, but let's get into this card, man. I know it's a small card. We don't have much today for Labor Day, but like I said, just because people aren't working, don't mean we can't make money. And that's exactly what me and Cali Wagers are here to do for y'all today, is make y'all money. So let's get right into it, man. I have no banners for y'all today. I know you guys love my banners so much. I know you guys do. I know you guys love seeing my little banners pop up at the bottom saying you know what I mean? But listen, I just ain't got it, man. I ain't got the banners today. All right. I was running late for the show. I just ain't got them.
It's a
All
holiday.
right. I'll have them tomorrow for y'all. I promise. All right. So first game on the board, we have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Brewers. By the way, I gotta say before we get into this MLB card, yo, Callie, I like this MLB card today, man. It might be small, but there's some juicy shit on here.
I like today in general. I'm actually dabbling in CFL today as well.
Oh, dude, what time does that start?
There's a couple games today. There's one at noon, so we have a little bit of time. But yeah,
Uh,
CFL is good. I've got a guy that I like in CFL, and I've actually liked CFL for a while. It's such a weird sport. It's so
keep
funny,
me.
especially during football season, to watch college football to then CFL. It's just like
Yeah.
it's a game within a game. The only place where you can miss a field goal and be rewarded.
Bro, we won a bet. My
Yep.
guy Takeoff, we were literally banking on a missed field goal to win our bet, man. Like last game, and it was awesome. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, very weird sport. Keep me updated. I want to give you enough time for you to go over that game. So just keep me updated when we're getting close to the time. Are you talking about you're talking about your time, 12 o'clock, or Eastern?
Yeah, it'll be my time. Let me double check right now,
Okay,
just to
so
make sure that I didn't see it wrong. It was a holiday yesterday. Yeah, so today 11:30 is there's 11:30 and 3, so we got time.
okay, just let me know like 20 minutes beforehand, and then we can go over it.
I might just do it at the end. I mean, we'll have time today.
Okay, perfect. All right. So first game we got on the board today is the St. Louis Cardinals, and they are taking on the Brew Crew. Um, so it looks like we got the Cardinals at a plus 150. We got the Brewers at a minus 180. We got a total of 7.5 here. It's favored to the under. We got Andre Palante coming out for the Cardinals, and we got Freddie Peralta coming out for the Brewers. I do like the Brewers here. Peralta has been overall not bad. He really hasn't, but he had a game last time out where he went 6 innings. Yeah, he pitched shutout ball. He got 8 Ks. I would like to see Peralta work on his strikeouts a little more. I don't trust Peralta for his Ks ever. I know a lot of people are taking his Ks, but if you look at that game before last or the games before his last one, he was barely getting a K per inning. So we are still going to be very, very careful backing Peralta in his Ks. I see people week after week backing Peralta's Ks, and they've been getting smoked. I mean, absolutely smoked backing him for his Ks. So I would like to see him work on like missing some bats more, but Peralta has not been bad. The thing that really got me on the Brewers in this one is these teams have played 10 times this year, and the Brewers have absolutely dominated this series. The Brewers have won 7 of the 10 games. A lot of them, the Brewers just won start to finish. So, yes, it's a hefty price here at a minus 180. I think it's a good parlay piece if you want to use it. I can definitely see the run line here at a plus 120. I don't mind it at all. I do think we're going to probably see runs today. I think Peralta is the better option over Palante. Palante has some serious regression, and his numbers are terrible when it comes to this Brewers roster. So I do think we could probably see runs here. But overall, it's going to be the Brewers money line and on the run line for me. And I think William Contreras is probably a really good look against Palante today.
Yeah, Peralta's been really good, especially as of recently. He's had, I mean, you look at it, it's a 0.53 earned run in terms of that time, 5 hits allowed in terms of that time. It's been consistent. The only thing I do worry a little bit is the walk situation. He at times will get erratic, but it seems like things have been in order lately. And Palante hasn't been terrible on the other side. However, it seems like he's been giving up a lot of hits. If I was going to look at it, trying to cut the value down, maybe look at first five, something along those lines, maybe a first five team total possibly as well. But I do agree. I think that with what you've seen with Peralta, especially after yesterday's tough game, they have that tough loss in late. So I do think that it does give them a good chance to bounce back with somebody who's been throwing the ball really well the last month.
Yep, for sure, man. I think it's a good spot to back Peralta here. Um, they do got the Cardinals team total set at a 1.5 in the first five, but it's favored to the under, and they got the Brewers team total first five at a 2.5 at a plus 120. I think you might be onto something with that one, bro. So I don't know.
Card
I like the price, man.
the Cardinals bullpen's also, been running muck lately. They've been
Yeah.
overused the last week. I mean, they used 5 guys yesterday alone. I think they've used, I'm looking like 9 guys in the last 3 days that have been throwing, between 30 and 50 pitches. So that's a tax to say the least. And that adds up over time. So you're hoping for a good start today as much as needing one because they get into the bullpen again. I would be concerned if I was a Cardinals guy.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Yep. Like I said, the batters I got in this one is William Contreras. Guys, I wouldn't look. I know I just said about Peralta and his Ks. Yes, he's been struggling. Regardless of that last game, he has been struggling to get his Ks. But this is why we're not touching guys like Goldschmidt or like Arenado, because yes, they are slugging good numbers here, 600, 667. But that also comes with 33 at bats. That comes with 10 Ks. That comes with Paul Goldschmidt, 30 at bats. That comes with 8 Ks. Like, you got to be careful with this Cardinals team this game. Peralta, there's a good chance that Peralta could come out here and throw a really good fucking game, man. So I'm really being cautious with that. Uh, Good morning, public enemies in the building. Good morning, good morning. Derek, good morning, man. Derek's here. Happy Labor Day, Derek. Appreciate you being here, bro. Um, who else? Okay, so Public Enemy. She likes Brewers first five, the under 4.5 in the first five. and the under 7.5 full game. I don't mind it. I was kind of leaning runs here, but I'm kind of with you. Like, the more I'm looking into this, the more I'm thinking Peralta could really hold this Cardinals team down. So I'm with you here. I think it could be a good under. All right. Let's keep it moving. Next game is probably not the most popular game on the board, and I know it sounds insane, but this is one of my favorite games on the board today. So Callie, we got the White Sox playing the Baltimore Orioles. Yes, man. I know. I
That
just need
record.
y'all to buckle up real quick and just hear me out. All right. So yeah. We got the White Sox coming in at a plus 340, y'all. Plus 340. We have the Orioles at a minus 440. Orioles are almost a 500 favorite. We have a total of 8. All right. Look, we got Chris Flexen coming out and we got Corbin Burns coming out for the Orioles. So here's my thing. Okay. Obviously, we know Chris Flexen, the Orioles have only won 2 starts that Chris Flexen has started this year. Only 2. We talk about it all the time about Chris Flexen having some kind of voodoo or something against him where the White Sox can't win his starts, right? The White Sox have just not been able to win a Chris Flexen start. But this looks like a perfect spot. If listen, what I'm thinking here is if Flexen is going to win any game at all, it's going to be this one. Okay. Burns has been pitching terrible, right? He really has. And if you guys really want to get into it, Flexen has not been bad. He has been pitching quality starts, right? He's been looking good out there. He's keeping runs down. Let me see here. Bu- 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 Yeah, he's got a quality start in his last 2 starts. And then yo, Callie, can you mute your mic?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And then you got Burns, right? You got Burns, who has been absolutely. I mean, guys, we've talked about this with Burns, man. He is in full regression mode right now, man. Full regression mode. So this is what I wrote down for this game. All right, you got. We have talked about. So I got some bullet points right here. All right, the one is Burns in regression. 2, if Flexen hasn't been terrible. And then the third one is what we've been talking about all year in Plug Talk that we've been fading. The Orioles are coming off of a Coors Field start, right? With no day's rest. And the thing is, it's not even a night game, it's an afternoon game. So the turnaround is so much worse because it's an afternoon game usually where teams coming off of a start or on the road will be in a night game coming from Coors Field. The Orioles are not. And you get Burns on the mound. Look, I'm telling y'all right now, man, this if Flexen and the White Sox were to win any of his starts, I'm telling you, this is it. I'm telling you, if he does not win this start, I'm telling you right now, he is not going to win another one all year. This is their shot right here. And I know it sounds crazy because this is the most we have seen Flexen as an underdog in the last, 6 starts. And we decide to pick this one. Guys, we see it all the time. These minus 400s, minus 300s, they lose outright. Everything is pointing to the White Sox for me. Everything, man. And I know it sounds insane. Like, I know it does. But God, dude, I just can't help it. Like, it's where I'm at today. It's how I feel, it's where I'm at, and I'm sticking to it, bro. I think this is a White Sox spot. I think Flexen has honestly been pitching the better ball. I think the White Sox have issues, right? They have big time issues. There's no question about it. They are one of the worst teams in the MLB collectively. But I think with Corbin Burns and the way he's struggling, I think that the White Sox can actually put something together today. So listen, man, I think you take the White Sox plus the runs. Okay. There is always an open door for the White Sox to lose this game by 1 run. That will always be there no matter what. Take the plus 1.5 at plus 160. Take the plus 2.5 at even money. And I would sprinkle the money line. All right. I'm telling you, I don't think this is going to be this big Orioles blowout the way this book is saying it is. I mean, you got a run line at a minus 192, people. I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. I also think that if the White Sox are going to want to do anything in this game, obviously we got to think, well, plug who is going to be putting up runs for the White Sox? Where are these points coming from? Well, first of all, Benintendi has been a fucking savage for the White Sox. So right away, I'm looking at Benintendi props. Okay. Expect his hits, runs, RBIs to come in clutch today. He's been a go-getter. He has been the one that comes in clutch moments. Benintendi has. He has been a fucking wagon. Okay, so Benintendi hits, runs, RBIs is a must. I will not be surprised if him or Andrew Vaughn does not go yard today. If Corey Jokes is in the lineup, I bet you Jokes goes yard on Burns again. We already seen him. I think it was his third time or second time at bat. Jokes took Burns yard. I'm expecting that shit to happen again today. So Corey Jokes is in the lineup. I'm taking him for a home run again off Burns. I like Benintendi hits, runs, RBIs. I would not be surprised if Vaughn don't get in some action today. And like I said, it's big White Sox for me today, and I'm probably going to be eating my words like a motherfucker, but I don't care, man. It's how I feel. I think if they are going to win a flexing start, it's going to be today. If they don't, you could just wrap it up. And I've been talking to y'all about how we plan on fading the Orioles moving forward, right? That they continually get overpriced, and here it is again. I think they are just way overpriced. I mean, you are paying ace level prices for Burns, who is pitching horrible, absolutely horrible. Callie, you got anything for this one? I know that was a long breakdown, but man, I had to, bro. I I would have felt terrible if I just said, you know what, I'm just going to skip this game because I like the White Sox and I don't want to give it out. Nah, fuck that. I got to give it out.
I mean, I back up what you say with Benintendi, big time. One of, if not the best out there last month. 952 OPS with 7 homers and 17 RBIs in August for him. So that's, if you're gonna ride. I always say, and I heard it a long time ago, is don't try to catch a falling sword. And I feel like with somebody like that, you find a good spot. Like we said, with hits, runs, RBIs. Find an angle. There's also a couple two ways that I'm looking at right now. Possibly you can get Gunnar Henderson. You can get Henderson and Benintendi either or home run for 4-1 right now. Cowser and him for 275. I mean, there's a lot out there. So maybe look at that. Maybe look at hits, runs, RBIs, something like that. And I mean, hey, I'm the first one to agree with you. We remember where Chris Flexen was not too long ago, where I was up at 2:30 every morning watching him pitch. So, it wasn't too long that he was in Korea, and I think that guys like that get a chance to come back have a different perspective on the game. So I'm always going to lean towards somebody like that, and for all we know, they might get throttled. It might be them. Quite frankly, to me, I think that either way, as you talk about +2.5, +2, they're gonna have to stay in the game. I like the over. Burns has been terrible. lately. Basically 9 ERA the last 3 starts. He's given up a bunch of hits. Both of these guys have given up a bunch of hits in that time. So,
I
like the
had
ball
no idea he had a 9 ERA in the last 3, bro.
right now. Let me
Wow.
see what his number is. His exact number over the last 3 starts is. I just had it a second ago. It is a 8.59. Yeah, 8.59 earned run, 23 hits, 13 strikeouts, 5 walks in his last 3.
Wow, bro.
Flex in 4.96, 21 hits, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks. So
Not great, but I definitely I think you're on the right track there with the over for sure. That's probably the safe play, right?
yeah,
For sure.
I mean, crazy to look though. I mean, the number the numbers on the White Sox are just
I know, bro.
they're eyesores. Like 2-13. I mean, to have a 5.29 but be 2-13 is just it's
Bro,
crazy.
it's insane, bro. I've never seen anything like this. It is almost seriously, Callie. It is almost mathematically impossible for a team to lose a starter's games that many times in a row, bro.
Yeah, by sheer luck.
Yes,
By
like,
law of averages, regression to
like
the mean, you
what?
should find a way.
Like, bro, like just by like you said, luck coming in even would
Yeah.
have to break this streak up, right? Like it is insane,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, it's and how much of that too is the bullpens let him down, where they bring a guy in to try
The
to get
whole
out,
team has.
get out of an inning. I mean, and the White Sox in terms of the first 5 have not been that bad, but the second,
No,
I mean, the second half of the game they have had. I mean, and it's a reflection of how shitty their bullpen is, but I mean, they're one of those teams like from somebody who played for a long time. They're one of those teams that just finds ways to lose. They will
yep,
find a way to fuck it up. Like,
yep.
no matter what it is, they find ways to lose. There's teams that find ways to win. There's team. When's the last time? I think it was the Dodgers maybe a year or 2 ago. When's the last time you've seen a line this high?
Yeah, I know. It's insane, bro. Yep, it is absolutely insane. So we got a couple people in the comments here. Me and Oliver we didn't really talk about it too much, but kind of just a little bit this morning about the White Sox. Oliver is also on the White Sox here. He thinks that it's a Labor Day special. He thinks it's a good spot. The line's currently at a minus 442. But someone said the line is moving. The White Sox are now at a plus 325. Jamal Jones, good morning. He is saying that he likes the White Sox plus the 1.5 at a plus 143. I think that is the best way to go here. You take the plus money with the runs. It is a great way to make money in MLB, especially if you can get them plus points early or them plus runs early. Like in this game, you could probably get the plus 1.5 in the first 5 with the White Sox at a really good price. Um, Oliver saying this is double ace pricing here. You're absolutely right. It is. And I agree. Even Public Enemy is saying White Sox money line first 5. I am actually very, very surprised to see the chat so heavy on the White Sox here as well. Um, I don't think the rest of the world is going to be that way. I really don't. I don't think the rest of the world is going to be that way. I think you're going to see a lot of people today have this have this minus because they always do it, right, Callie? Let me put this minus 400, this minus 440 into this 3-leg parlay. Let me put this minus 440 into this whatever parlay, you know? Let me mix it with college football today.
Just, just,
Let me
just.
mix it with college football. That's 440 just to give me that extra 30 cents.
It's a
And that
lock. It's a
fucking
lock.
leg
It's a
blows your
lock.
whole parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No,
I,
sir.
I was gonna say the one thing I would say not to do today. It's like, hey, how'd the Yankees work out yesterday? How'd that go?
Right.
It's one of those things. Don't do it just to do it. You take the White Sox money line with anything. Take the White Sox money line with Florida State money line tonight if you want to do something like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? If you want to be that way, do that. But have some respect for your money. Like throwing
Yes.
in 400 favorites in Major League Baseball is, I mean, that's like a 25-point spread in the NBA to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, just by last time I checked, the White Sox are getting paid to play too. Like, that's insulting to be that high. But you know what? With where the market is and where people continue to bet, especially if this game was on a nothing Wednesday, the line would be like 300. They can push this line even harder on a holiday like this too, knowing that people will continue to crush the number too. I mean, this thing is, I'm trying to look at right now where it is because it's interesting to see where, these kind of plays go in terms of, money line and everything like that. I mean, the White Sox opened at 375 or 365, and it's already flown almost $1 from there. That's crazy.
That's insane.
They've done nothing but take steam. Like the fact that you're looking at that much money coming in on, and I get it. What are you gonna do? Bet against a 105 loss team? But at the same time, if you're doing this every single day, I mean, 85% of the money is on the White Sox, or 85% of the money is on the bets are on going against the White Sox. So it's a busy weekend in Vegas. Let's just there's a lot of money line parlays going on, including them today, I think. But I like where you guys are at, and for everyone who's in here that does this daily, this is where you find that value and how you can beat up something quick. I mean, rather grind out 4 or 5 wins or take one big one quickly.
Yep, 100%. And I think that's all this is. I think there is just value here. Jamal Jones, you are absolutely correct. Underdog teams could upset your parlay as well. A total can upset your parlay. It's just making the smart decisions of what to put in that parlay. I would feel a lot more comfortable of a plus 400 ruining my parlay than a minus 400 ruining my parlay, man. Because think about it, you're adding that minus 400 into your parlay for 30 cents. You know what I mean? Not even, probably.
And something that, I'll say is, everybody's got their own styles. I don't ever seek out a parlay. The only time a parlay comes to me is when I have so many plays, that I like that I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Like instead of, hey, I'm going to take 5, then you know what? Then you take a quarter unit or whatever you want to take and you put that on your parlay. Depending on your size, depending on what you're going to do with it, how many parts and all that. But you don't just, to me, there's guys, and everybody's got their own style. So if you are just a parlay person, so be it. That's totally fine. But, for me, I don't ever go out looking for a parlay. If you go out looking for a parlay, you're generally going to look for a loss. Because you're just chasing number. You'll find something like this game. We'll just add that because that's, a little bit more onto my parlay.
Yeah. A lot of people like to bet parlays. It's honestly, straight betting is more of an old school way right now.
It is.
There's a new generation of betting in.
Yeah.
And it is literally, it is get rich betting. That's what the new generation of betting is. It's get rich betting where they want to take the books out in a day. They want to take $2 and turn that bitch into 10 grand. You know what I mean? And that is how people bet now. That's what people want. That's what people chase. I can't do it, but I get it, man. I get it, but
something to think about with that too is if you play that way, you hit that book. Not often you're going to get to stay with that book. So there goes that account. Are you Billy Walters and you've got 5,000 accounts?
100%, bro.
You better be pretty good. And
because them books will ban your account.
Yeah, they're all your friends. Don't act like promotions and books and people supporting books are your buddy to bring you in and win together. It's a marketing scheme. It's a plan. Don't buy into the hype. Like, don't chase the steam. All those cliches are 100% the truth though, because everything that you're seeing with these bonus and these things, look at the details. Look at rollover options. Look at what goes into it, because it's not always, I'll stop with this, but if it looks too good to be true, it usually is. And
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, the old school way is boring. But hey, old fart me hit a 27-1 parlay this weekend. So hey, even those kind of folk can do it. So it's not always, just sticking to one style. But like you said, and a lot of it that I saw started with that home run parlay prop shit, and people eat that crap up. But hey, it is what it is. You know what? Whatever gets the traffic and the style, but everyone has their own thing.
Yep. Yep. It definitely is, man. And people like it, man. It's fun. It's
It
exciting.
is fun.
Yeah, there's two different ways of betting. That's all there is. There's
Yeah.
two different ways of betting, man. You
Yep.
know, there's fun and then there's funds. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it moving, man. We got the next game here. We got the Astros playing the Cincinnati Reds. All right, we got the Astros at a minus 166. We got the Reds at a plus 140. We got a total of 9 here. It's highly favored to the under at a minus 118. We got Justin Verlander taking the mound for the Astros, and we got Julian Aguilar coming out for the Reds. I do like the Astros here. Verlander has not been great. Okay, I'll say that right now. This is not Verlander's best year. But let's be real. The Reds are slowly falling apart. I mean, they are literally just like, you guys know that robot when you see it running and then you see the arm fall off and then the leg, and then next thing you know, like his chest is starting to fade away, like when they're running down the stretch. That's what's happening to the Reds. They are just fading away closer and closer and closer as we get to the end of the season. And I think they are just another good team that we fade down the stretch. Astros are the opposite. Astros are actually kicking the fuck up right now. I mean, look at the Reds versus the Brewers. Look at their last two series versus the Brewers. They looked awful, awful. They even looked bad against Oakland. So coming up against this Astros team, good luck. I don't care if Verlander's on the mound or not. Uh, I think the Reds are going to get absolutely obliterated. Um, I'm not fond of this pitching matchup at all. So I do think the over's in play here. But like I said, this Reds bullpen has an ERA over 6 now. Look, man, I gotta back the Astros in this spot. They're playing good ball right now. They are the better team, regardless of who's on the mound. I trust these bats a lot more. We're in Great American. This Astros lineup is hitting the ball well. We all know Great American is a very hitter friendly park. So I think you just simply look at the Astros here, the over, and find some props. And there is one guy that I'm absolutely backing again. I gave him out yesterday on the show. That is Jordan Alvarez. I am continuously going to back this guy. Uh, you know, until I don't see value anymore. So give me Alvarez here, man. I'm gonna stick with him. And I think you could probably go with, let's just stick with Alvarez today. Alvarez, I'm taking him for another bomb. I think he went yard twice yesterday. Uh, I think he answers back again today.
Yeah, I like the over in this one as well. Kind of screams to me that high scoring affair, late afternoon game in Cincinnati this time of the year. A guy that still thinks he's a power pitcher in Verlander. We know the ball carries well there. We know it's a short enough porch. I do think that we find runs in this game. Cincinnati was involved in that battle yesterday with Milwaukee that I mentioned too. So, some bullpen use on that side. And Houston's been lights out in terms of finding ways to win. We're talking about those kind of same teams. So I would look at that. Maybe look at Verlander team total outs under. With that weather as well, that can wear you down quickly. But I think that I would lean. The number's a little bit high, but I think Houston is still, the right side today.
Yep, I agree. Definitely. The price is a little steep for Verlander, but I think the bats make up for it. Um, Ty France has some pretty good numbers against Verlander. I would feel bad if I didn't shout him out. No home runs, but still, It is a righty on righty. He has 29 at bats, bro. He has 11 hits. He has 8 singles, 2 doubles. He does have 1 home run, and only 2 strikeouts. He's slugging a 552, on base percentage of a 379, and a batting average of a 379 against Verlander. So Ty France, man, I know we don't hear his name much, or see him much, but I mean, maybe he's a sneaky look to put in like a hit parlay or something, because obviously he gets a hold of Verlander. So I would have felt bad if I didn't mention that. That just stood out to me. All right, let's move on to the next game. Jamal got the Astros money line as well. I like it, man. I like it. All right, let's keep it moving. We got our next game. We are going to the Cleveland and Kansas City game. So we got the Guardians at a -105. We got the Royals at a -115. It looks like we are at Kauffman today. So we got a total of 7.5. That's 7.5. Favored to the over. At a -118. That, I'm not gonna lie to you, that total took me by surprise a little bit. We got Gavin Williams here coming out for the Guardians, and we got Waka coming out for the Royals. First of all, I don't know where this total's coming from. We are at Kauffman. Gavin Williams is not my ideal type of pitcher, to be quite honest with y'all. And with these Royals bats on top of it, you're giving me a 7.5. So what are they, just expecting the Royals not? I mean, the Guardians not to score? I mean, this is a huge game. I mean, this is a humongous game in the AL Central. Like, this time of year between these two teams and how tight the AL Central is, this is a massive, massive series right here. Um, and we honestly we just seen this series in Cleveland. The Royals dominated. The first 3 games, the Royals, it was a 4-game series. The Royals dominated that series. They almost got the 4-game sweep, but they gave up that big ass lead in the seventh. In the seventh inning in game 4. They gave up this huge ass lead. And well, not a big lead, but it was a lead. And they lost the sweep, but they won 3 out of the 4 games in that series in Cleveland. Look, all I'm saying is you you would think the Guardians want revenge here. They're at Kauffman. The Royals are just the better team, man. And Gavin Williams is nothing special, bro. The Royals rocked his ass last time they seen him. The Royals rocked Gavin Williams last time they seen him. And honestly, to be fair, Waka went out and pitched really well against the Guardians when he seen them. So I just don't get this pricing here. I don't get the total. I think the Royals could possibly put up 5 on Gavin Williams today. On God. That's how much I like the Royals against the Guardians. Yeah, you think the Guardians will want want revenge here, and they probably will come out and play with purpose. But I'm not trusting Gavin Williams here. I trust the Royals bats a lot more, especially at home, and I think Waka is in better form. So give me the Royals here at a -115, and I think this over's in play as well.
Surprisingly, Gavin Williams is 208 ERA, a .97 WHIP in his 4 starts against the Royals. So, with the exception of that last one, he has thrown the ball pretty decent against them. I would worry a little bit more today, though, with the game being in Kauffman. This one to me, though, easy layoff. I don't have anything much.
All right, I'm glad you said that. I didn't know his overall numbers were that good against the Royals. I just know, obviously that last series is fresh in my mind, because the Royals just completely dominated. And that does worry me a little here, because usually the Guardians will want to, answer back. And with this bullpen, they are capable of pulling off games late. because the Guardians still hold a extremely good bullpen. I'll give them that. But
Walker's last start against the Indians, he gave up 5 runs, 9 hits, hit 2 guys, and 7 Ks. So you wonder, is this going to come back to where it was, or is this going to be a game full of runs because of this? Because both these guys have been good at times.
I thought Waka had a good start in his last one.
It must have been 2 starts ago.
It probably was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good start last time out. All right. Yeah, I'm not betting this game. I'm not even taking props in it, but I still am going to lean the Royals here. I do think they're the overall better team. And now since you're saying all this, I guess I can kind of see where this total is coming from a little bit, but I mean, I don't really have even any batters jumping off the page at me. I'm looking, but I can't even really find any batters, man. Josh Naylor's numbers aren't great. I mean, that's the lefty for Cleveland I was thinking about against Waka. But there's just not many sample sizes here. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it pushing on this one, but I'm still leaning the Royals in this one. What'd you say you were going with in this, Callie?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. All right. All right, let's keep it pushing. We got the Dodgers taking on the Diamondbacks. Man, that was an awesome call out yesterday. I was on the Diamondbacks. I was this fucking close, dude, to giving them out. This close, and I didn't. Today I think it's a different story. So we got the Dodgers at a -130. We got the Diamondbacks at a +110. We got a total of 9. Highly favored to the under at a -120 here. We got Jack Flaherty coming out for the Dodgers, and we got Erod coming out for the Diamondbacks. We all know what happened yesterday to the with the Diamondbacks. How many runs did they put up? Like 13,
A
right?
lot.
Yeah, they went absolutely bonkers yesterday. So what I'm gonna do here with this price, you got Flaherty at a -130, you got the Diamondbacks and Erod at a +110. Flaherty, hands down, has been the better starter. Hands down. I love what I have seen from Flaherty since he's been here. Erod, I'm telling you, man, as much as we hype up Erod as people do, there's underlying issues with this guy, man. There really is. He has not been that great to me. Like he does have the Diamondbacks are 4-0 in his last 4 starts. I give him that. The Diamondbacks definitely back this guy up, and the Diamondbacks bats have been hot. But let's go back and look at the teams that Erod has faced. You know, they are nothing like the Dodgers lineup he's about to see. And on top of it, he gives up a ton of sharp contact. Like, he gives up a ton of sharp contact. And going against the power lineup like this, man, I think he might be in trouble. And then you add on top of it, Callie, what happened to the Dodgers yesterday, or how well the Diamondbacks played yesterday. I mean, the Dodgers are going to answer, right? At least you would think. I think Flaherty has been pitching the much better ball, bro. I like what I see from Flaherty, and getting the Dodgers and Flaherty at a -130 is absolutely a steal to me. So I am going to back Flaherty here. I think he's the better option. I think the Dodgers lineup has something to say. And yeah, I'm going to be backing the Dodgers here at a -130 today, man.
Yeah, Flaherty's been good since they picked him up, 3-1 with a 3.49 in those 5 starts. So he's been real consistent. And yeah, I like the bounce back spot as well. Obviously, his games are meaning something with where Arizona continues to push, and I love to see the Diamondbacks, doing something like they did yesterday. And I think that, like I was just talking to one of my buddies the other day, I look for motivational spots, and this is a motivational spot. We talked about the Phillies last time we were on here and how they had a motivational spot. They won that game. They came back and beat, I think it was the Braves in that game after. And I think that this was kind of a kick in the ass for the Dodgers and get yourself back into line a little bit. And I do think that there's decent value with Flaherty, who's been real consistent.
Yes, he absolutely has been, man. I've liked everything that I've seen from Flaherty so far here, man. I really have.
And I
Um,
like the Diamondbacks a lot. I just think this is that time where
oh
you
yeah,
you get a real focused Dodgers team who comes off getting their butt kicked yesterday and coming back against a team who wants to do it again. I mean, Arizona's been terrific. I mean, absolutely terrific since the break.
yep. No, they're the best team in the MLB since the break,
Back to back
hands
months,
down.
back to back
Han-
months with the most wins.
Yes, hands down. They are the best team in the MLB since the break, and there is no doubt about it. Um, and I'm not taking anything away from the Diamondbacks. It's just situational, man. And this is just a situational spot where we're getting the right price with the Dodgers and Flaherty, man. And I just think the Dodgers are too good of a team not to answer. So yeah, man, I love the price here. I think we could probably even take the Dodgers minus the 1.5 here, honestly. You could probably look at the team total as well. And I definitely got some bats here. They come with a lot of strikeouts, but it's hard not to look at some of these guys, especially some of the right-handed power hitters on the Dodgers, right? And I'm talking like a Teoscar Hernandez. I'm talking like you know, uh, there's so many, bro. My favorite one is probably going to be Teoscar today. I love Teoscar Hernandez. His numbers are good. They come with a lot of strikeouts, but his numbers are still good. If he gets a piece of it, that ball's gone. He has 21 at bats. He has 8 hits. He has 3 singles, 2 doubles, 3 home runs. It does come with 7 strikeouts, but he's slugging at a nine. He's slugging at a 905. He's got a batting average of a 381 and an on base percentage of a 364. These are numbers that I love, man. So, and it's a righty on lefty. So, give me Teoscar Hernandez today. I think he tees off. Um, I'm trying to think of maybe someone else for the Diamondbacks to add with him. Jock Peterson is the lefty on righty there against Flaherty. And his numbers are good, bro. 17 at bats for Jock Peterson. 17 at bats. He has 6 hits, Callie. He has 3 singles, 1 double, and 2 bombs off of Flaherty. Only 3 strikeouts. He's slugging a 765. So if you go to DraftKings, you could get the double chance home run. I do think we're going to see runs in this game. You can get the double chance home run in this one, and we're going to mix if we can get it. I'm going to take right now on here. I'm going to take uh Jock Peterson and Teoscar Hernandez if they give it to us. Yes, they do. It's at a plus 195, people. Plus 195 for Jock Peterson and Teoscar Hernandez. I highly advise you guys put that in. I'm betting it now. $5 pays 14.75. So
We'll call that the neighborhood special. One of my
love it.
one of my neighbors. Peterson lives down the street.
Oh
No,
my god.
no, played against him my whole life.
You got it. You got a Teoscar in your neighborhood too?
I haven't met one, but I might. But I very well might. It's not the most common name, let's just say.
Yeah, right.
I'd say in the Bay Area, but that's a lie because we're in a melting pot here, so it's everybody and anybody every day. You mean
Yeah,
you mean
facts.
John less often here than anybody else? So
Right. John's the most popular name in America. He ain't got none of them in
says
Cali.
what? Yeah, says who? Where's that at?
All right. All right, let's go. By the way, yesterday we put in a live stream play yesterday on whatchamacallit, Myers over his strikeouts, man, and we cashed that live stream play yesterday. So I mean I know it wasn't no plus 195. We are kind of jumping out the window a bit on our live stream play today, but I like it, man. I think we see runs here, and I definitely I like the mix and the value we got there. All right, let's see what we got next, man. We got the Tigers playing the Padres. Okay, guess I can get involved in this. We got the Tigers at a plus 170. We got the Padres at a minus 205. We got a total of 7.5. It's favored to the over at a minus 115. I have no starting pitcher for the Tigers, but I will look. And we got a Joe Musgrove starting for the Padres. Musgrove's been back for, I don't know, how long has he been back now? For about a month since injury, right? Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been paying attention really, at least in his last few starts, and I like what I see from Musgrove, man. You know, people can call him Muskrat and all this all they want. I mean, he's pitching really good since he's come back from injury, man. I like what I see from him. Uh, you know, he definitely needs to work on his Ks, right? I wish he would start missing bats a little more, because once he does that, once Musgrove starts getting his K work back into form, he's going to be dominant, bro. He is going to be absolutely dominant because he does everything else perfect, but he is struggling to rack up his Ks a little bit. Um, Tigers been competitive. I'm not going to sit here and bash the Tigers because they have been competitive lately, but we got to be real about the situation here. This is still one of the weakest lineups in the AL. This is still one of the worst teams in the AL. Yeah, they've been competitive lately, but this is just two teams, in my opinion, going in completely opposite directions. I think the Padres have something very special going on in San Diego right now, and I don't think a Tigers team is going to be the one to come in here and shit on their parade. So I'm all over the Padres here, minus the 1.5 at plus 102. I think Musgrove comes in here and shuts shit down. I like the Padres here on the run line today.
Yeah, I might be bullish with the Padres a little bit. Run line you can still find at plus money. I'm having a problem at the moment with my thing locking up, but I wanted to look at what Padres team total was going to be. Here we are. Let's see. Padres team total over 4.5. Even money seems pretty good to me as well. Maybe Padres first 5 team total as well. Quite frankly, I don't care who Detroit's bringing out this time of the year. Going to San Diego, I see them treating this as maybe a little vacation as well. So I think that San Diego's in a good spot. Motivated as hell still and playing great. I think that there's every reason for this to have some. To me, this one has more value. You look at a minus 400, but this being even like a 2-1, I still see good value even in that because San Diego at home playing a Detroit team that what are they playing for? Not much, but I think that there is value in utilizing San Diego today, probably one or two ways.
Yo, absolutely. I'm looking here. I'm not finding anything for a Tigers pitcher, man. I'm seeing Ty Madden. That's it. I've seen Ty Madden a couple times. Yeah, man. I don't. It's bullpen. Bullpen for the Tigers today. That's what we're going to say. Um, let's see what the chat got. Nothing. Lando says, "Can I get a two-teamer, please?" Yeah.
Padres,
Orioles, Orioles, and Florida State.
or I'd say Padres Astros.
Yeah. yeah. No, I'm just kidding, Lando. Do not
Orioles
put that in. Okay.
Orioles Florida State probably is like minus 190 still. What is that?
Yeah, I'm just kidding, man. Don't put that in, Lando. We'll come up with something at the end. You could probably make me and Callie's best bet, probably your two-teamer.
Yeah.
So stick around till the end, man. We give out a best bet at the end. All right, let's keep it moving. We got the Twins and the Tampa Bay Rays. So we got Simeon Woods Richardson coming out for the Twins, and it looks like Zach Littell is coming back. Okay, so we got the Twins at we got to pick them. We got the Twins at a minus 110. We got the Rays at a minus 110. Like I said, Simeon Woods Richardson's taking the mound for Minnesota, and then Tampa Bay is bringing out Zach Littell, who I believe is making his return today. I haven't seen Zach Littell in a little bit. We got a total of 8 here. It's slightly favored to the under. Uh, ba, 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 ba. This is this is tough. I'm not in love with the Rays lately, Callie. I think the Twins are probably. This is super tough, man. I'm going with the Rays. All right, my gut is telling me to go with the Rays, and that is only because, yes, Simeon Woods Richardson has been a decent starter, man, and I understand we don't really know what we can expect from Littell, but really, man, Richardson was solid, but he is in full regression mode, man. Like we have seen nothing but regression from Simeon Woods Richardson lately. You know, he is gone what? Let me see here. I got some bullet points for y'all on Simeon Woods Richardson. All right, so we got he has gone 5 innings or less, right? 5 innings or less in 4 of his last 5 starts. He has gave up at least one home run in 4 straight starts. And like I said, he has been on a downward trend for the last month and a half, 2 months. Now you got Littell. He's back at home, right? He's back today. He's at home where he pitches his best ball. From the road to home, his splits are like a 3 run difference. He has a sub 3 ERA at home. Littell does. So I love backing Littell at home. I mean, a sub 3 ERA at home compared to a 4 something ERA on the road. There's a huge difference there when he pitches at the Trop. The Rays bats could get active today. Simeon gives up sharp contact. We know that. Um, I think this is a Rays spot. Very, very tough game for me though, man. Very tough game for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna back the Rays in this one, man.
Yeah, it's a pass for me, but I would probably lean the Rays as well. It's always playing in Tampa is always interesting as well, and they're pesky as can be. Um, like you said too, those home road splits are massive, and it is different playing in Tampa too. There is an advantage to knowing how to play that ballpark, as we've seen in the playoffs at times. So you always have to look at that side of it as well. Maybe look at the under as well. I see 8 out there. So if you do get a decent start, like we talked about, might be more of a pitcher's battle.
Yep. I was also thinking, I think I might have hit it right on that nose with one of these here, Callie. What about Simeon Wood Richardson's pitching outs under the 15 and a half? He has not, like I said, he has not gone more than 5 innings in 4 of his last 5 starts. And if we're liking the Rays here to possibly, even get to him or maybe rack up his pitch count a bit, which we know Simeon Woods Richardson can get that pitch count up. Um, Maybe we can look at his pitching outs to go under the 15 and a half today. And it's favored at a minus 125. So I don't
Yeah,
think that's a bad look, man.
yeah, the number definitely says something. That's
Yep.
definitely an indicator there.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Simeon Woods Richardson looks, and or Jamal Jones likes the Rays money line. All right, so we're on the same page on that one. Let's keep it pushing. We got the Mariners and the A's. So we got the Mariners coming in at a. Give me 1 second, y'all. We got the Mariners at a minus 142 here. We got the A's at a plus 120. We got a total of 7.5. It's highly favored to the under at a minus 122. We got Bido coming out for the Oakland A's, and we got Gilbert Grape coming out for the Mariners. So let me see here. Let me see what you're working with there, Gilbert. He's got a 7-10 record with a 3.09 ERA. And Osvaldo Bido has a 5-3 record with a 3.2 ERA. And it looks like we have some line movement here. Because when I'm looking at it, opened up as the Mariners. Actually, no, it hasn't. It hasn't moved. Mariners opened up as a minus 141. With that being said, I'm gonna stick with the Mariners here. Seattle, they're coming off of a pretty tough series against the Angels, man. I mean, they lost that series, when you're getting this close, when you're getting this close to like, fighting for a wild card spot, Cali, and you're dropping games to the Angels. I mean, you really got to question what you're fucking doing. Because bro, they continue to drop farther and farther out of the AL wildcard race. The Mariners, man, they are playing themselves out of contention, bro. They're playing themselves right out of the wild card. And I mean, they're now 28 and what? 28 and 40 on the road this year. Where the Athletics are not much better, but 33 and 35 at home. The Athletics are. But Oakland has also been terrible, bro. Over the last couple weeks, they are just slowly going back to the Oakland that we all know. Yes, they played good baseball for a while. There was a lot of value on Oakland for a while, but they are on a downward trend very badly, same as the Mariners. But this should be a very, very easy spot with Gilbert on the mound for them. Um, I think Gilbert has a huge advantage on the mound here. The Mariners know that that they have to. You just dropped the series to the Angels, man. Now you're getting handed the A's. You have to take advantage of this. You have to. And we're getting a really good price with the Mariners here, man. So, and Gilbert is the better option. So, give me the Mariners here at a minus 142. I really want to give the Mariners out today. I really do as a VIP play. I just don't know if I can get there.
Um, yeah, this is a perfect example of a team finding ways to lose. You look at what Oakland just did. I mean, even yesterday, blowing that one away after taking the lead in extra innings. And a concern. This one is a layoff to me because all the reasons that I like certain parts are why I'm terrified of it today. I like the under. I like the first 5 under. I like the full game under. One of the worst hitting teams going against one of the worst playing teams right now. And, Bido's been terrific. You look at, what he's done, even his last 3 starts, 1.59 ERA in that time, 6 hits in that time, 17 strikeouts. And just on the other side, in terms of Gilbert, who's been struggling a little bit lately, but season-long stats have been good. 23 strikeouts, 4 walks in his last 3 starts as well. And, something to think about as well, when you're playing in Oakland, you've got a time and a half bigger area out there in foul territory. Outs are stolen. And I remember looking a while ago, and I remember doing some research of my own on it, and it's multiple outs a game that are stolen by foul balls in Oakland Coliseum because of the foul territory that so many other ballparks, it's 25 rows deep, and in Oakland, it's a routine pop out. So that is something where I always like to lean unders there.
Hey man, that's good information. I didn't know that. And yeah, I am looking at Osvaldo Bido's recent games, man, and wow. I mean, he has been pitching extremely well. Um he is not, at least from what I'm looking at here, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but it really looks like he is not allowed. I don't see a game in his last 5 starts where he gave up more than 2 earned runs, bro. So, I mean, maybe tough game. Maybe the under. I mean, that's what you're saying, right? The under here. Yeah, I like it, man. I'm gonna rock with you on this one, Callie.
Seven,
I'm gonna
seven
I'm
and a
gonna.
half is low, but like I said, neither of these teams. I mean, is it Mariners with the highest strikeout rate that we've
Oh
seen in
yeah, they're
quite a
terrible.
long time? What, 30% or something? Like that's
Yeah,
bad. I mean, that's bad.
yeah, they're terrible. And their offense is super inconsistent. I mean, Mariners unders are definitely a gem. I It's just so hard for me to see like a team like the Mariners to. I mean, I thought the same thing in the Angel series, though. I was like, man, these guys are going to take advantage of this, and they shit the fucking bed. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, if they drop this series to Seattle, man, kiss the Mariners goodbye. Kiss them goodbye. They will not be making the postseason. All right, let's keep it pushing. I'm gonna rock with you on the under in this one.
No
I
one
think,
should no one should have a losing record as a starter that with a 3.09 ERA. I mean,
yeah, 100% agree. It's just no backup from your team.
you're getting
I
no
mean,
run
but
support.
Gilbert's numbers are so fucking good, man, against this A's team. I mean, they are so good. But like you said, as Vito's been pitching extremely well too. So the under is definitely the play here. All right, we got the Boston Red Sox playing the New York Mets. This game starts at 7. We got the Red Sox at a +102. We got the Mets at a -122. We got a total of 8. Highly favored to the over here. We got Brian Bello taking the mound for the Red Sox, and we got Sevy coming out for the Mets today with a total of 8 here. So this should be a decent game here. I would think with two pitchers with ERAs over 4, I would kind of think this could be an over spot. I'm kind of leaning the Mets, man. They got a nice, I think they looked. I mean, I know it was the White Sox, but their pitching looked really well there. New York, they had, their batting has been struggling, if you ask me, a little bit with the Mets where they shouldn't be. I think we could probably see them get a little active today, right? Severino, he needs a bounce back start here, man. His last outing was Arizona, and he didn't look great. I mean, he gave up 4. I think he went, yeah, 4 earned in 4 innings. Yeah, that's what this is saying in that game. So I do think that he could have a bounce back here, man. Bello, he went, he looked so fucking good against Toronto. But I think this is a bit different, man. I think the Mets can get this shit done here. So I'm leaning the Mets here, but I like the over more than anything, and think we could probably look at some player props in this one.
Yeah, I would look at probably a first 5 over. Remember when Severino was supposed to be the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
look
mean,
at
he's
Bella.
not.
Look
I
at
mean,
Bella,
he's
12 wins with a 4.6 ERA. Look at Logan Gilbert looking up like, what the hell?
yeah. I mean, he's not terrible, terrible, but he's not anything that I don't know, man.
Nothing
We
close to what expectations were.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've been fading Sevy a lot this year, to be honest with you.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, we've been fading Sevy a lot this year.
He's a guy too. I mean, both of these guys, they're guys that hit or miss. They're always going to be getting a result. They aren't guys that come out in a tie game or a low scoring game too often.
Right.
Guys always seem to find they'll get a number for when they start. It's amazing with certain people like that.
So Bellows' numbers are not terrible here. It's just too small of a sample size to work off of. Severino has a good sample size. He has good K. It looks like he has a good K percent against the Boston Red Sox. But his batting average and his xWOBA is absolutely in the trash. So I am going to lean the over in this one, and just keep this game pushing, man. Honestly, I'm not even going to try to pull any pitching props or any batting props out of this game. I'm just going to leave it alone. Uh, all right. We got the Pirates and the Cubs, man. We got the Pirates and the Cubs here. We got the Pirates at a +130. We got the Cubs at a -155. We got a total of 7.5. Another really low total here, and it's highly favored to the under at a -122. Callie, we are at Wrigley to also. We got Jared Jones taking the mound for the Pirates, and we got Talion taking the mound for the Cubs. So right away, I mean, this looks like an awesome pitching matchup. We're at Wrigley. You got two pitchers here who, Jarrett Jones, we don't have much on really this year, but we know he has good stuff. Uh, the Cubs opened up at a -158 here, so line has not moved much at all. I do think that we go with the Pirates here. Even though the Pirates offense has not been great, Jones has actually not been terrible when we have seen him, man. And I think this is a really really good spot for him. I mean, Jones, he has an ERA of what? I think he has a 5.7 record with an ERA of, let me see here. I don't have it on hand. Yeah, 5.7 record with a 3.88 ERA. I thought it was better than that, to be honest with you, but I'm not too worried about it. Um, I don't think the Cubs lineup has been absolutely after them fucking annihilating shit yesterday. Ain't that when they put up like a shit ton of runs yesterday? It was the Cubs because I was on the Nationals team total, and the Cubs put up almost 14 runs yesterday. I'm expecting the bats to be a little cold today. And I think the Pirates are probably going to get behind Jones here. Jones, I think he's due, man. So I mean, the Cubs have not covered a run line in 10 of their last 11 games at Wrigley against NL Central teams. They got let me see here. The road team has won 8 of the Cubs' last 9 games. I mean, yeah, man, I'm gonna rock with the Pirates here. My first gut instinct told me Pirates and Jones in this game, especially after what the Cubs did yesterday. So I'm sticking with my gut in this one. Give me the Pirates here, man.
Yeah, I have little faith in either right now. Both have struggled a little bit in terms of starters. I do see Jones' side, but I worry. 8 walks in his last 3 starts, a lot of hits. Tyon's given up 19 hits in his last 3 starts with a 6 ERA. But being at night, it's always a little bit different at Wrigley. Um, Easy layoff with that many questions on my end.
Yep. I'm not mad at you. I'm not in love with this game neither, at all, really. I mean, there's a couple guys I could look at for batting props here, for sure. But then again, I mean, the total's kind of scaring me off a little bit. I mean, I think, the total is just telling us a lot about this game. So I'm going to fall off, especially. And you know what's funny? They put a 7.5 out here after us seeing the Cubs put up 14 runs yesterday, and it's at a minus 122 to the under. Yeah, I think the under is probably the safest play in this game. I mean, the books know something. All right, last game of the night, and then we'll head over to we got college football, and I believe Callie got some Canadian football for y'all. All right, so we got the New York Yankees and we got the Rangers, man. We got that guy, the one, the only, Garrett Cole taking the mound for the Yanks today. And I have no starting pitcher. Actually, yes, I do. I got Jack Leader taking the mound for the Rangers today. So we got the Yankees at a minus 180 on the road today. We got the Rangers at a plus 150. We got a total of 9 here. It's highly favored to the under again, but we got a bit of a higher total here. We got Garrett Cole taking the mound here, and we got Jack Leader taking the mound for the Rangers. This is another game I might just kind of leave alone. I do think that Garrett Cole has been getting better and better in every start. We have seen Jack Leader, what, one time? This guy gave up almost, dude, he was terrible. He's got an ERA over 12. Uh, with that being said, I think we look at Cole and the Yankees here in some way, some type of form. I hate the price. Absolutely hate the price. Um, you know, I just see Cole. What worries me, bro, is you could tell that he is getting better form, but he struggles to control his pitches, bro. Like I don't know why, but it's like he can't find that control. You know what I mean? And that worries me with Cole. Especially when you're going up against a Rangers lineup like this. But it's going to be the Yankees for me, but it's a game that I don't necessarily love, and I'm not running to the window to. I think Garrett Cole's strikeouts could probably be a good look here. He normally has a lot of targets on this Rangers lineup. They have Garrett Cole's strikeouts sitting at a sheesh. They got him at a 6.5 today with a plus 125. I'm gonna take it, man. I think he could get there. Like I said, there's a lot of targets that he has on this Rangers lineup. He has a lot of experience against his Rangers lineup. 143 plate appearances with a 32.2 K percent is terrific. That is actually very, very high for such a big sample size. Like I said, his control has been my biggest issue with Cole recently. Him finding a plate has been difficult, and it worries me. But I think he's in a good spot here, man. So give me Garrett Cole and his strikeouts in this one.
Yeah, it's a interesting game. It's obviously exciting from a Rangers standpoint with Leiter making his time back up in the pros. Highly anticipated since he came out of Vanderbilt, so it's exciting to see him getting there. Al Leiter's son, which is fun to see him making his back, getting up there and showing dad what's up. However, I worry about what he'll get today. Hard throwing guy, but location can be the biggest issue. A velocity only means so much. So I do look at him a couple different ways. I might look at over 2.5 hits against Leiter today. 4.5 hits for Leiter today. I also might look at strikeouts under for Leiter today. I see it at 4.5. That seems a little bit high. So those are two spots that I may look. Otherwise, sit back, watch. It'll be the only game of the night besides football. So nothing else really.
Yep, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, bro. All right. So Callie, do you want to do CFL or do you want to jump right into college? You're muted. I don't know if you're talking.
There we go. It's short and quick. 2 games today in CFL. Had the Blue Bombers under yesterday, which they decided to turn into the Kansas City Chiefs, which was always exciting to see, except when you have the under. But I do like today a little bit. If you were going to find it, it's getting a little bit high now, but I do lean Toronto today. Game starts in about 90 minutes, 4.5 or 5 that I see, but I do like the Argonauts today. They go against Hamilton. And into the second game, I don't have a big lean on it. Calgary's favored by 2.5 in that one, but I did like Toronto in this one. Getting it at least under 6 would be good. And if you did want to parlay it, you could look at. I guess you could look at Toronto, and I got to find what your better odds would be, but it wouldn't be the worst spot to throw them into a money line parlay today. So I do like the Argonauts today.
All right, perfect, man. I know one of my guys in the Discord, man. He's been capping CFL. I told you last week, man, or the week before that. I think he had a max bet on that game, and we were literally sweating a missed field goal to get the win. And we got it. And we fucking got it. But yeah, man, how funny is that, bro? So you would think that it would be a lot harder to uh make a field goal than miss it, right? I don't know, but
and CFL. Anybody who doesn't watch CFL is 3 downs. So you get 3 downs.
I don't watch it at all, so I had no idea.
First, and the receivers, just like in Arena League, can come flying up the sides as the quarterback snaps it in unison with them running full speed. There is so much going on in CFL, and the goalpost is obviously in the front of the end zone, which is just every time I see it, I'm always fearful, but I'm always praying somebody's just going to get locked across the middle.
Oh my God! So it's not behind it; it's in front of it.
Yeah, the guy threw a touchdown yesterday, and he had to perfectly angle it between and inside the left goalpost.
What?
Yeah, and it's 20 yards deep too. The end zone's 20 yards deep in the CFL.
Holy shit! Yeah. So it is pure entertainment.
It's wild. It's a defensive back's nightmare.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, the CFL is
Sounds very fun.
it's
Sounds very
interesting
fun.
to say the least. Yeah, watch. It's on usually. I mean, it's always on like TSN or whatever. But I mean, I think yesterday it was on CBS Sports or something. So it's on.
Love it, man. Fucking love it. All right. Armad, welcome, man. Welcome. Jamal likes my bad, Jamal. I forgot to give these out. Jamal, I'm not gonna put him up on screen, but he likes the Cubs money line, Mets money line, Oakland run line. All right. College football, Cali. Let's get to it, man, and we'll get these good people up out of here. We got 189 people in here. If you guys can, man, if you're on Twitter, let's see how many people we got on Twitter. We got 178 of y'all on Twitter tuning in. If you guys can, man, please retweet the space for us. Let people know we're live. We're about to give out best bets. We're here every day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got 10 people on YouTube. If you guys can, man, smash the like button for me. Please comment. Let people know where we're at. We even got someone on Twitch in here, man. So appreciate you too, bro. I don't know how Twitch works, but I need to start looking into it. I'm also looking into starting to go live on Instagram as well. That's going to happen next week. So I'll be live on Instagram next week. If you're on Twitter, please go follow Cali Wagers, man. I try to bring you guys guests as much as I can. And everyone I bring on here is very knowledgeable at what they do. Shout out to AI Tony and them yesterday, man. They hit on the show, they gave us a plus 9,938 three-leg home run parlay, and it absolutely smacked. So shout out to them boys, man. That was really nice. All right, college football time, man. We got Florida State playing Boston College today. So obviously Florida State is 0-1. We won't talk about that, even though we absolutely faded the shit out of Florida State, and we cashed big on that one. That was awesome. That started our college football season right there, Callie. But here we are again, man, with Florida State laying 15 and a half points. At least that's where this opened at, Callie. It opened up at a 15 and a half. I'm trying to head over to DraftKings now to see where it's at now. Um, where is college football? Here it is. We're at a 16 and a half. So the line is moving in favor of Florida State, just as I expected it to. Opening up at a 15 and a half here. We got the total opened up at a 49 and a half. It's now at a 51, Callie. Favor to the over. Callie, I am on Boston College here, bro. I am fading Florida State again. I have a feeling me and you might be on opposite sides on this one because I know this is not going to be the most popular pick. Florida State, man. I mean, bro, that game against Georgia Tech last week was probably not the way anyone expected it to go. But, and yes, Florida State needs a bounce back in this game, guys. I get it. But I'm telling you, I said it in my space that we talked about college football before the season started. Florida State is one of the teams that I'm going to be looking to fade this year. I really am. I think they are going to be overvalued all year, man. I really do. I mean, DJ, they're going to need him to step up, man. And I don't think he can, bro. I don't. I think Boston College with Castellanos back under center, bro. Come on, man. And you're giving me 15 and a half points. I mean, I don't think that I, I don't think we should overreact too much about the Georgia Tech game with Florida State, but getting 15 and a half points with a team like Boston College in a spot like this, I mean, I don't trust Florida State's quarterback situation one bit. Not one bit, bro. I think Florida State is going to have problems putting up points all year long. And this was what I said before the year started. And I'm going to continue to stand on that ground until they show me that they could put up points consistently and their quarterback situation gets better. I will not be back in Florida State this year. So give me Boston College here with the 15 and a half points. It's way too many. Well, it's 16 and a half now. I think they have the better quarterback. I think they're going to want this game bad. Do they win outright? I'm not going to call it win outright in this one the way I did with Georgia Tech, but I do think this is going to be a one touchdown game any way you slice it. So give me the 15 and a half points in my pocket with Boston College here. Callie, how you feeling about this one, man?
I think I think that this is another kind of example of the public trying to convince themselves of a certain narrative. I like Boston College as well. Boston College got better in the offseason. I mean, you forget they lost by 2 points last year to Florida State. Obviously, it's different. Like playing in Florida, I'm always big on when Florida State has to travel up there because they hate playing up there. They don't like playing in the cold weather. All those guys are from Florida. They stay in Florida. So be it. This game's obviously down in Florida State. I worry a little bit about the conditioning, what could happen, how they could wear them down. However, Boston College, I mean, above all, they return 8 starters on defense, which is huge. They return Castellanos, which is huge. Their running back core got better. Their receiving core got better. And quite frankly, what did Florida State do that stopped Georgia Tech last week? They didn't stop them on in any facet. I mean,
no.
Florida State was supposed to have this dominant defensive front. They were supposed to be able to handle all this, and Georgia Tech, ran all over them, threw the ball all over the place. They were a big shock in terms of negative regression. I was just like USC was a shock in positive regression, in positive improvement. So I don't know. 1 week doesn't just change everything. Florida State also traveled that massive long flight both ways. How many of those kids have ever gone that far, let alone played, done what they needed to do, lose that game, let loose a little bit, fly back, then come back and you're 16 and a half point favorites? That scares me big time. Well, I've tried to convince myself both ways on the side, and I could see it going both ways where, Boston College is able to control the clock, or Florida State says, hey, we're going to get up and out early. But at the same time, I haven't been a DJ fan. He wasn't great at Clemson. Look at what they did there, and he had talent all around him. I also blame Sweeney because he doesn't want to recruit. He doesn't want to use the transfer portal, which is you're just stoneheaded with that nonsense. But just because
it's the future, you have to.
You have to. It's adapt or die.
And yes, exactly, bro. What? Like, you have to know. I don't care if you're stuck in your old ways. This is what it is now. And exactly like you just said, adapt or die. And that's all there is to it. All these coaches bitching about it, get over it. It is what it is now, man. Like, it's either you work with it or you don't. Plain and simple.
Like, to me, it's a great excuse to be lazy.
Right, man. God damn, ain't that the truth, bro?
I think that what he's so used to is everyone bending over for this Clemson name because what Clemson had created. And instead of continuing that, he missed out on his window where he could have utilized social media and the thing. Look at what Oregon's done. Look at what Oregon turned into. Oregon went from a flash in the pants team that was all offense to, I mean, now they're, I've got them slotted in. Who would think they're now a team that's going to be big boys that aren't just a slasher team and can beat you every way they can? But that works with recruiting. That works with expanding the eyes and getting people everywhere. He's so used to having people just bending over and rolling the red carpet out for him because of what they've done lately. It doesn't work that way. We've seen how quickly these programs change in a matter of a year.
Yep. 100%, man. 100%. I couldn't agree more, bro. All right. So it looks like we're both on Boston College here, man. I love it. That's perfect. I actually am going to have an article done in about a half hour. It's going to be published on the website if you guys want to go check it out. I am giving out Boston College on the article, but still, I would appreciate it if you guys go and read a more in-depth reasoning on why I'm I just gave you in the nutshell of why I'm back in Boston College tonight. But we've been really hot in college football, man. So hopefully we keep it up tonight. All right, Callie, let's get into best bets, man. You got a best bet you want to give out for today? Anything that you're like absolutely loving?
I mean, there's nothing that's wild that stands out where we're going to take, we're going to drop the house. But I mean, I'll be honest with you, in terms of value, let's go with the White Sox today.
Love
Let's
it.
take the White Sox today. I'm going to take the White Sox money line today.
Love it, dude. All right, let's fucking go. That is a plus 300 underdog. And I am absolutely with you, bro. I'm sprinkling all three. I'm sprinkling the plus 2.5. No, my fault. I'm sprinkling the plus 1.5 in the first five. I'm sprinkling the plus 1.5 full game, and I'm taking the money line. I have to, man. There's just no way around it for me. I absolutely have to. So we're going to get Cali wagers the White Sox money line. All right, and I am going to give you guys the. We are going to go with the same game. We are actually going to go with Ben Benintendi hits, runs, RBIs, bro. There is no way around it for me. It's been an absolute fucking wagon. And if the White Sox want to win this game, they have to put up runs. They have to keep up. And I see not a better option on this team who always comes in clutch every time, and that is Ben Benintendi. So give me Ben Benintendi hits, runs, RBIs for my best bet. I think it's an absolute gem. There's a lot of money to be made in this game, and I think all the value is on the White Sox as well. All right. So that's what we got there, guys. Um, Callie, do you got anything going on, man? You want to tell everyone where they could find you about your VIP? Any specials you got going on right now?
Yeah, I've got a 50% promo going right now. I got a thing going through the end of 2024. I got buy one get one football special where you get either college or NFL, and you get the other for free. We won last week. We're 13-4 in our last 17 weeks for VIP, which has been a really nice summer. College baseball is obviously killer. We swept our max plays in KBO last week, so it's been a good run. Then we obviously hit that big parlay, so that was a nice finish as well. I will say something quickly though. I don't think there's any rush to get to the window on Boston College. Getting it down to 16 makes no difference, but if you could wait and get it to 17, massive, 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 massive difference. So, I mean, you can sprinkle 16 and a half now, but in my opinion, you think there's going to be a flood of Boston College kids coming to the window, hammering them home today? I would expect that if anybody's doing anything, it's going to be adding Florida State to stuff.
I absolutely agree. We're only going to see this line continue to move on Florida State, bro. Everyone's going to be expecting a big bounce back from Florida State because of that upset they took against Georgia Tech. And I'm sorry, it's just going to be another game of disappointment. That's what I think. I said it before the year started, and I'm standing on my ground. Now, can Florida State come out here and prove me wrong? Sure. I've been wrong before. I'm not I mean, I'm going to be wrong again. But here, I feel pretty good about this one, and I agree. I think you keep letting the points pile in on Florida State here because that's exactly where people are going to be going. We've already seen the line move. I think it continues to move as well. All right, Callie, I appreciate you coming on the show today, man, for real. It's always a pleasure having you on the show, bro. You always bring a lot of knowledge with you, and definitely always appreciate it. You guys know where you can find me. The Outlet SV, man. We got a free Discord. Please join. And just hit me up for the link. I'll be happy to send it to you. If you guys can, please head over to my YouTube. The Outlet Sports Ventures is written out exactly like that. The Outlet Sports Ventures. It's not the Outlet SV. It's written out as the Outlet Sports Ventures on YouTube. Please go give me a follow or give us a follow. We are going to be start doing a college football show on there starting. I still got to find someone to do it with me. I believe Oliver might do it with me. We're going to probably call it the Barking Dog. So it's going to be a pre-recorded college football show where we go over like our top 5 Saturday games, and it's probably going to be a half-hour show where we give you some of our underdogs, our favorite spreads, blase blah. But we are going to start doing a pre-recorded college football show for the Atlas Sports Ventures channel. I'm also looking for anybody who creates video content that wants their own show. Please hit me up. My channel is like a network. So look at us as ESPN, where the Outlet Sports Ventures is ESPN, and we have a whole bunch of shows underneath ESPN, like Plug Talk, like The Barking Dog, like let's just say Callie's Prop Shop, whatever, right? We have a bunch of shows that I'm trying to create underneath the Outlet Sports Ventures on the channel, but I need content creators to do that. So if you're good with making videos and you want your own show, I don't care what it is, props, whatever. Please hit me up, man, and we could talk. And maybe you could get yourself a channel or get yourself a show on my channel and help me grow it. Obviously, there's always paid options in the future once the channel grows. We are at 88 subscribers right now. I'm hoping to hit 100 soon. So please go give me a follow over there, man. And if anyone's interested in creating content, please hit me up. Definitely in need of some sports content creators. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Plug Talk, man. We hit about 200 people today. Please show up again tomorrow. We're here every day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't take no days off, man. We're always here. We show up every day. We're consistent. Always here to give out plays, man. Callie, it was a good having you on, man. Hope to see you again back on here soon. And everyone, we will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Plug Talk. And yeah, man, let's make tonight a winning one.